Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bungalow for an exciting matchup between Central United and St Mary's Hurling. Well, now, I'm going to be honest, I'm recording this at a time where I don't really know the circumstances because I haven't checked the table in ages, but what I do know is that it's a seriously important game for St Mary's Hurling if they want to catch and put the pressure on Kilmac Thomas AFC. So they need to win this game. So you've got Mossy Landy, the Burger King, the Burf. It's a very typical lineup there for St Mary's with no changes almost. But then you go to Central United and it's pretty much the same. However, Central United haven't been doing well recently and could be in danger of relegation unless their performances improve. But will today be the day where their performance finally improves? We'll have to find out. We are just about to get underway from the Bungalow. And the ball is on the wing now, and that's a good ball into the penalty area, and Bernie Casey, his shot is blocked, and now Central United try to get the ball away, but that's a poor pass to Pat Pastel in Human Rights now. Human Rights tries a shot, and it's bounced off the knees of Quickscopes. It's still alive, and very dangerous. St Mary's Hurling now, and there's another shot. It's up in the air here, it should be Quickscopes' ball, and it's punched away to the side, and the ball is swung into the penalty area, and Bernie Casey heads it home. It's 1-0 to St Mary's Hurling, and what a fantastic cross. One touch with the cross, and one header, and that was all it took to break through the defence. It has to be said, as a poor clearance from Quickscopes, but what a start to the game for the home side. So as we can see here in the replays, it really wasn't going to go away. It just looked destined to go in, and it was only a matter of time, but St Mary's Hurling kept chipping away and they eventually broke through. So it's 1-0, and they'll be hoping to add to that very, very soon. And here's John Milan. Milan plays it to Hugh Jass. And Hugh Jass now, Bernie Casey, he's beaten the offside trap, he's beaten the keeper, and he's found the back of the net. It's a second goal of the day for Bernie Casey and St Mary's Hurling, and they look to be disappearing out of sight very, very early on in this game. This could get ugly very fast. It's Mr. Tato now to Warren Cleary. Cleary out to the wing. Here's Jack Sparrow on the wing. Sparrow tries to cut inside. He's beaten the defence, and it's a goal. Central United have a goal back unbelievably through Alice White. Not the most spectacular of goals, but it will do, and now the pressure is back on St Mary's Hurling to get into gear. And here's Pat Pastel now, pushing forward. There won't be much left until half time, and that's a lovely little move. Here's Bernie Casey. Bernie Casey with an audacious attempt, and that should do it for the half. As Quickscopes kicks it out here, and that does it. It's 2-1 at half time in the Bungalow. Bernie Casey's brace early on gives the home side the advantage, but Alice White hit back for Central United, showing that the away side may still have some fight left in them. We'll have to see what happens in the second half, because it could still go either way. And here we go now. It's Maurice White, and it's hit into Alice White. Mr. Tato now. He's taking the ball. It's lovely backheel. It's lovely finish. And Central United have shocked the Bungalow. They have equalised here, and it's Alice White with the double. Oh wow! I really didn't expect this. Yeah, so everyone is very happy with that. That could be the difference between survival and relegation at the end of the season for Central. It's a disaster for St Mary's. Kilmac Thomas now with one hand on the league trophy, and it's because of games like this. Now. Here comes the counter-attack now. Central United looked like they were on the front foot for a second, but here come St Mary's Hurling. And St Mary's Hurling now, it's into Bernie Casey. Bernie Casey, it's a hat-trick. It has to be for the man himself, Bernie Casey. And that restores the order of things at the Bungalow. The hosts are in front. It's 3-2, a hat-trick for the main man. And it was brilliant work by him to pick out Zimbabwe on the wing. And once Zimbabwe saw number 9 getting into the box, he knew what he had to do. Bernie Casey did the rest. And here's Jack Sparrow now on the counter-attack. It's played back out to Spoderman. Spoderman now plays it in. It's lovely. And White, brilliant save. Brilliant save by Mossy Landy. And the shot is harmlessly wide of the goal. Stalin takes a shot. And that should just about do it for the game. It's not over yet. It's still going. Human Rights, and that should do it. And it does. Okay, so St Mary's Hurling keeps pressure up on Kilmac Thomas, thanks to a hat-trick from Bernie Casey. It was a close game. Central United, though, go closer and closer towards relegation, or at least a relegation dogfight. So I've been down with the plan, and there's actually a remaining video, so don't go away yet. Okay, so I just want to say first, straight off the bat, I'm forgetting one of these games. It's Greenway Rovers 4, Kiersey United 2. It is one of the later, it's in one of the later highlights things, I believe. But yeah, basically I'm after misplacing a load of the matches because like that's the consequence of doing these like so late after the matches have actually happened. So yeah, anyway, I apologize for any confusions caused. I'm gonna have one of the weeks that's just gonna be like a huge cluster of all the matches I forgot to do. And will take place obviously before the final because, like, you know, obviously I want to keep things somewhat chronological. Yeah. Anyway, so as long as that's all cleared up, get into the game. So yeah, two lovely goals. First the header and this looping shot over the Gemma in the St. Declan's goal meant Kent were ahead. And yeah, so things were going well for them up until that point. But then this happened, so it was when things got even better because Lar Kent showing his class and like just drilling a shot into the bottom corner there. It's just a lovely goal. Number 26 cannot be beaten pretty much for anything. But then the Brig got through on goal, and you know what he's like when he gets through on goal. Yeah, he's pretty hard to stop. So the only way they could stop him is by fouling him, and so that meant a penalty. And from the penalty spot, I believe it was Mr. Murray, who converted. But even though that was a good conversion from the penalty spot, it was too little, too late. And despite the best attempts of St. Declan's Athletic, they were unable to break down the Kent's defence a third time, and that was the way the game finished, 3-2 to Kent's FC. So now, now we have Rainbow Hall and Kilmac Thomas AFC, and well, if the last one was a close game, well, this was not a very close game at all. I think you can guess the way this game finished, but I am going to try and hide it. But anyway, yeah, so things got off to a bright start for the home side, with Jose Lu, yes, the man himself, scoring. Just a coincidence he now plays for Newcastle. But anyway, yeah, this happened. Somehow that went in from Owen Power. I don't know how that happened, but it did, and it wasn't pretty. But yeah, okay, then it got even weirder because another header went in. Or sorry, that wasn't a header. It was lovely, actually, control on the chest from Patrick Morrissey. And yeah, it was 2-1. So all of a sudden, things are not looking so bright for the home side. They need to get back in the game, get their heads in the game before Kilmac Thomas score another 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't that wasn't what happened. What happened was that Kilmac Thomas kept charging forward, and with Mohamed Salah off his goal line, Paul Allen really didn't have much trouble at all finishing. And then this happened. It was a weak attempt, I suppose, to get back in the game. Yeah, that pretty much summed up the game. It could have been more, really. I've been Ryan with the plan. Thank you for watching my videos, and if you'd like to see more videos, like and subscribe.